Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another Daryl Dixon update. Today, I believe we got a new teaser for Daryl Dixon, so another 20-second teaser as we are getting closer and closer to the premiere date of Season 2. I think they're going to drop these little teasers every so often. Hopefully we get another full trailer before then. I think maybe in another week or so we could possibly see that. So we're approaching premiere date here. And so they dropped us another teaser today, just with a little bit of new footage, kind of shedding some new light on predictions that we've made in the past and kind of confirming those things. But I wanted to go over that teaser, talk to you about Daryl Dixon and what we could possibly see this next season leading into Season 3, which is currently filming in Madrid, Spain. But there's a lot of uncertainty, or a lot of questions at least, regarding what's going on there, as I did a couple of videos about it, and people are kind of coming to their own conclusions about what the setting could possibly be with it filming in Madrid, but it looks suspiciously like parts of London, and just with certain signs kind of pointing in that direction. But anyways, let's jump into this teaser and talk about what's going on here. The teaser opens up with the familiar scene with Ash and Carol. After one can assume they just recently met, and maybe she proposes this idea of going to find her friend after she gathers the information and realizes that he is in fact in France and knows that he has a plane and wants to go over there, but they probably have a little odd conversation and he thinks it's crazy. And I think this is where they kind of come to that conclusion that they can do this. And with Ash, as far as I'm concerned, as we know, with certain little side characters that we've gotten in these spin-offs, they don't make it very long, and I'm pretty sure the same can be said for Ash, but I kind of hope he makes it for some reason. I think he can be an interesting character, but something tells me he's not going to make it. But we do know he does at least make it over to France. But we get this next little bit from the trailer where Carol is obviously probably just walking down the street, exploring an area, and she comes across a corpse within probably a car or leaning out of a building or something. And then here is our shots of France where Carol and Ash made their emergency crash landing, and we see we've got a couple new bodies. We've got a couple new survivors, and we don't know anything about them yet, what their names are, but we can only hope that they're people with good intentions, but you just never know in this world. And we get kind of a close-up shot, so it looks like we've got two new women with Ash and Carol. Like I said, we don't know anything about these characters, and they could have pretty nefarious intent. We just don't know yet, but I'm hoping that they'll be there to support them, but it's just not sure at this point because of future bits of footage where we only see Carol, we don't see Ash. So is Ash with these people? Did they kill Ash and Carol killed both of them? It's hard to tell at this point, but I'm hoping that Ash makes it at least a few episodes, but it's just been the trend with these spin-offs. They'll introduce interesting characters and then just kill them. But I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. And this next one, we got Daryl trapped in a car. Looks like he's peeking out of a sunroof, completely surrounded by walkers. And I think this is probably after him and Carol have come across each other, because there's been a lot of scenes and a lot of leaked footage, I guess, where we can see that Carol's also trapped in a car herself, and it looks like Ash is in the back. And honestly, it looks like he's dying. It looks like he probably got bit in this situation, and that's why we don't see him again. So this is probably after they've already found each other, and they're all in that car together, and they got to fight their way out. So I'm hoping we'll get some more revelation on that. But in this next one, we got Carol, I believe, anyways, on a horse. And I think she's stumbled into an ambush with these car headlights lighting up. She's probably wandered off into a situation that gets her surrounded by people that want to interrogate her, want to take her things possibly, because that's just the world they live in, where it's kind of just everybody for themselves. And she's probably captured in this moment, or at least maybe they attempt to capture her, question her, wondering why she's there. This is not her home. She's American, and just all kinds of suspicious activity, I guess. Then we got another shot of Carol here, I believe probably after she's first made it to France, because we get this next shot where we got the beautiful scenery of Paris. We can see the Eiffel Tower down there and just all these neighborhoods and everything. And this is probably soon after maybe she has lost Ash. I'm just assuming that he dies. That's just, my belief, I guess. The next one, we do get some confirmation where we saw in the last teaser that we got that Condron is very torn up. He's got what looks like some eye damage, maybe even a broken arm, and just he's beat to hell. And I think this is that process. I think Madame Genet tortures him for information, tortures him for letting Daryl and Laurent go last season, and questioning why he did such a thing, and questioning his loyalty, and just doing whatever she can to make his life as miserable as possible in this instance. Because we do see in this next bit where we can see this corner of what I'm pretty sure is Condron's head. Then we got Madame Genet right there, and she's just wasting no time trying to figure out why he did what he did. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, because I think that Condron is going to sacrifice himself. And I made a separate video about this. I will leave the link above, but I think it's going to go that direction anyways. Then we got Carol here, that maybe she is stumbled into this building while trying to get away, or this could be that tunnel that I believe her and Dell are going to use to get out of France. It's called the Euro Tunnel, I believe, where they're going to make their escape. I firmly believe anyways that they're probably being pushed out of France. Madame Genet maybe poses a bigger problem, or the people that she works for, because I don't think we've got any clear yes or no whether or not she's completely in charge of what's going on. I'm assuming she's pretty high up there, but there could still be people above her. And that is the last clip. So, obviously this next season of Daryl Dixon is going to be very exciting to see what's going on, how Carol gets over there, the circumstances surrounding the people that she runs into, Condron's situation that he's in, and whether or not Madame Genet is going to make it through this whole season, or she's going to pose a threat next season going into Spain, since they are filming in Madrid, but it looks like it's posing as England there for a minute, so who knows what's going on there. But I think there's just going to be, I think this next season is just going to be pretty damn good, and I'm really excited for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for some Walking Dead, because we've gone so long now without it, and it just doesn't feel right. And so I'm just very excited for this and ready to see how this all plays out, what pushes them into Spain, and all the questions that linger in between. So I'm very excited to see just what happens. And anyways, guys, if you enjoyed my video, you enjoyed the breakdown and my thoughts about it, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, of course subscribe, help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers, and I'd really appreciate it. So until next time, take care, bye.